What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance Crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Today I'm doing a follow-up to Ricky Gervais show video that I just recently did, Space Monkey. And in that video, Karl Pilkington made reference to a house that he visited once, and it had an interesting little, I guess you could call it a display. An art piece. And it involved flies and some other items. But somebody actually did a video where they spliced together the Ricky Gervais show segment as with a video that Karl actually did, where he went to the house and showed off the display in real life. So let's go ahead and check this out and see what it has to offer. This is going to be freaking hilarious.
I've got a mate, right, who he's living in this big stately home. He's living in there now. He pays £100 a month. There's about 80 rooms. And it's this big stately house and what have you. And I went down there. He said, "Oh, come down and have a look."
£100 a month.
From
outside,
outside, you go, "This is brilliant. It's like something out of
people. That's
like the Man of Born or something." You go, "This is impressive." But then when you get in, it's like it's a wreck, and we go in. And all the floors are like a wreck and rotten and stuff. And I looked at the wall and there was like a little piece of paper stuck on the wall, right? And I said, "What's this here?" So I wandered over, right?
It's the baby note.
Got right up close to it, and somebody had wrote it.
Somebody had wrote it?
Oh.
Somebody had wrote it.
Right,
go on,
so there's a little sign there, right? And I go up to it and it says, "Flies," right? With an arrow. Flies, like, flies this way.
Yeah,
right?
this is why it's an art piece.
That's a bit weird. So I follow the arrow.
When you start advertising for it,
which
it becomes
goes to this
an art
corner
piece.
where there's a shelf, about 3,000 dead flies on it.
Oh my god.
Condom stuck on the top. That's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
That is weird. Right, you might remember in the first podcast, I was telling you about this scary house that my mate lives in, where he's like a security man. You're not like a security man, are you? What are you?
Well, I just look after it.
You just look after it and that. He just looks after it. So this is it, because I thought I'd show you around it, because just in case you thought I'd made it up and that, about the bit about the flies and all that, where there's flies on the shelf and stuff. So this is the sort of state I was telling you how it's a mess.
Bath after use.
This is it.
Somebody didn't read that.
Ceiling's caving in over there. It's just there.
What the hell is that thick ass roach?
Pair of pants. Right then, we've found the room that I was talking about on the podcast, with the dead flies and that on it. This is the sign that I was telling you about.
They actually have an advertisement for it.
Little ladybird there. Oh. Flies attacking the ladybird and that. Right, so you've got that. You follow it along. Right, you think, well, there's nothing there. And you can get the camera up there, right? Look at that lot.
Well,
Dead
damn.
flies. I'm just showing you this because some people have said, "Oh, you made it up and all that." But there's no way, just for the sake of the podcast, I'd go around collecting that many dead flies. There's a condom as well that I was talking about. Weird, isn't it?
I'm sorry for doubting you, Karl. I'm sorry for doubting you. For the people that requested that I go and look for that video, thank you for letting me know that it exists. This is something that I definitely needed in my life, and I'm very grateful for you guys recommending that I watch this. So I'm not scarred or anything, but yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and sleep in the fetal position for the next couple of days. But I mean, I have so many goddamn questions. How could you not, right? How could you not have questions about this? And I'm kind of disappointed in Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant for not grilling Karl a little bit more on this, holding his feet to the fire and actually asking him questions, like follow-up questions. Why are there so many flies right there? Is there like a death trap somewhere over there? Like, is there poison on top of the shelf and then when they like eat it, they die? Or is that like the drop-off point that you just leave carcasses? Like if you happen to have a fly in your room, you kill it. Oh, let me take this to the fly corner. So you just go down and just toss it on the damn shelf or something. And if that is the case, why? Why would you do that? What makes this shelf so important that you need to stack flies on it? Why? Like, is there a process of like throwing out the flies? Is this just like the April month of flies and the March month they threw out, and then at the end of April they just throw those flies out and restock it again? Why can't you put them in a trash bag or something like that? Like, just dump them in something so it'd be easier to carry them out. But then again, why do you have a post-it note that advertises that there's flies over there? That makes it seem like you want that shelf to have flies on it. like it's an advertise. Like they were thinking, okay, this house is pretty cheap. It's kind of run down. It doesn't have a lot of amenities. It is, it's rusted. It's dirty. It stinks. We need something to attract people to come here. We need an attraction. We need something that's going to draw people's attention. I know. Let's take all the flies that we have, because this house has a lot of flies. Let's take all the flies that we've collected and just throw them in one area and try to make the world's largest pile of flies. That'll be our Guinness World Record that we can have that can attract people to our building. The House of Flies. We'll just have an entire shelf dedicated to flies. That is genius. You know, as a matter of fact, just to add to the weird factor, because there's probably other people that have piles of flies, but how many people have piles of flies with a condom on top? Bam, unique. Like, I have no idea what was going through these people's minds. But no. The questions don't end there. When exactly did you decide that you wanted to go ahead and create an advertisement for these flies? Like, when did it get to the point where you actually decide, you know what, we're going to put a post-it note? Like, instead of just cleaning out the flies, somebody was so lazy, it was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and, there's flies over here. If you want to see them, they're pointed this way. But if you don't, then you know where they're at. Just avoid that area. This is a sign letting you know where they're at. Don't go in that area if you don't want to see them. Did they put the post-it note up at the same time as the fly? Like I said, was it a planned thing? Did they put the post-it up note first and start collecting flies after that? Or did it get did it hit a certain threshold? They were like, you know what? We need to just go ahead and just embrace it. Where did the condom come in? when did that become an add-on to the attraction? Like, was there a condom there all the entire time, and then flies just started getting attracted to it? Did they die because of they were eating the contents inside? Okay, I'm starting to get sick. Let me go ahead and relax with that imagery. Why did the condom look like a dirty trash bag? It looked like it was a sizable condom, so whoever had it didn't have a lot to be embarrassed about. Maybe that's why he left it sitting on the shelf with the prized attraction of flies. It's like, people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, wow. What is up with, oh God, what? Like I said, there's so many damn questions that I have about this that I just don't know. I feel bad coming up with questions for this thing. What else was I about to say? It was on the tip of my tongue. I forgot. So, there aren't any bugs that in the house that feed on the flies. Like, you have this entire thing. Like, I would imagine that, like, you'd have a bunch of lizards or something coming in trying to eat the flies, because it's just a buffet of flies just sitting there. Oh, man. That's as much as I can pretty much go. I mean, I could talk about Karl Pilkington's fascination with, well, not really his fascination. He was just letting us know that it exists. And I can't say we, but I was iffy on whether or not it existed. I was iffy on the actual number. Now I was thinking like, okay, it's a lot of flies, but I doubt it's 3,000. No, it very well could be 3,000. There's no telling how many of them are on the floor because it's a dark room. It could very well have a bunch of flies just sitting on the floor and we do not know about it. They could be walking on flies. You just hear a bunch of crunching if you get closer to the mic. I don't know. And let me know what you thought. If you didn't know that, like, let me know if you thought that he was like being real or not. And if you have actually seen it, because I imagine at this point it has become an attraction. Let me know if you've actually seen the pile of flies. And oh god, I'm not talking about the condom no more. I feel like I'm going to get sick. But that's pretty much it. I'm done. I am fucking done. I know I try not to cuss as much as I usually do, but I can't help it in this video, man. It's impossible. I can't do it. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I do the Ricky Gervais Show videos once a week. I know some people want me to do it sooner than that, but I also have Idiot Abroad that I do, so I try to do those every 3 or 4 days apart. So hopefully that'll hold you over until the next episode or whichever one you're a fan of. But, you know, I also like to span out every once in a while and do something different. Anyway, like I said, that's been this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Devon DaVinci. You've just been enlightened. I don't know if you wanted to be enlightened to this, but you are. Congratulations. Thanks, Karl. I'm going to give you the deuces, and I'm signing out. Deuces.